everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup where time of possession will be a focus. The Vikings are top 10 in rushing yards, going up against the Panthers' front seven that will need to be up to the test.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Taco Charlton in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Here we go. Flex round.
On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Back to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On fourth down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On first down, Newton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina. 58 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, here's Newton. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. And the wideout in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. Being chased out left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And look out, I think he's going to go. The 40, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. To throw is Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it's It's Newton here off the bootleg. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Back to the air, Newton on second down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw on second down is Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Newton now on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eric Kendricks. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw on second down, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
First and 10, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. Whoosh. He's got daylight. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on second down. Newton gets this one to Morris. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
To throw on second down. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Hey, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet
that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They're in the 2nd quarter now in Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They run it again with Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Godot's kick is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Looking to throw on second down. Newton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. They'll try the air now with Newton. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he coughed it up, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go.
Slot man moves right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized.
The Vikings send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole a little bit, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been a man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On the give. This is their fullback. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. On first down, it's Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they try the right side here. And, oh, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle. But if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
He's to the 10. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's going to bowl his way in for a Panther score. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer. And this one through the uprights and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Here we go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They run the counter with Cook. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain on the play there. Second down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about...